This is Sir Alex Ferguson, the greatest manager of all time, and this is me, the worst manager of all time, but I will be the greatest soon. And fresh from obtaining our coaching badges, it was going to be very difficult to get a job when we're the worst manager in the world. However, there was this one team that did give us an opportunity because they're officially the worst team in the English divisions, and that is Hartlepool United. So you know what, we're gonna have to go ahead and take that for now. So our goal in this video is very simple: climb up the ranks of the managerial system from 701st all the way to the top, and that comes with winning many titles, from league titles to European competitions, to becoming the best manager in the world. But here we are, our first ever managerial job, and we have to go ahead and impress the big boys of world football. And straight away, our goal with Hartlepool United is to take them all the way to the top of EFL League 2 for promotion to EFL League 1. However, when you are managing the worst team in the league, it is not going to be easy, and upgrading this team is not going to be easy because we only have 2 million, only enough for maybe one signing. However, straight away we have a saving grace by the name of Jackson Walker, who has 94 potential. This man with a glorious beard may be the reason that we promote to League 1. And straight away we have already improved this team within the youth academy, but it's time to see who we can sign. And taking a look at this squad, everyone's around the same rating, but I think I'm gonna go for that goalkeeper position because we need an amazing goalie in order to do well in the games. But like I've mentioned before, we do not have a lot of money to work with, so let's see what type of player we can go for. It's going to be a goalkeeper, and I think I found the perfect one, right under 2 million, and he is pretty decent. And this goalkeeper right here was in the Chelsea Youth Academy and has over 81 championship appearance, and his name is Bradley Collins. Pretty good, decent goalkeeper. He is going to be 69 rated, valued at 1.7 million, but I think we could get him for a little bit cheaper. And straight away with the negotiations, there is tension in this game. We need to make sure we don't screw up because someone like Bradley Collins is very hard to find. So we're gonna go ahead and go for 1.2 million with the starting offer, and they say 1.4. We're gonna be cheeky. We're gonna go ahead and go for 1.28. You guys are probably gonna get mad at me in the comments, but they accept. Okay, no tension, no problem. So Bradley Collins has gone ahead and accepted an offer for 3 years. It's a great first amazing signing as a manager for me. And yes, Bradley Collins is my first ever signing as a manager. Let's see if he does succeed here. And with Bradley Collins joining the team as well as Jackson Walker, I think we're ready for this season. Let's go ahead and promote to League 1. It was now time to make my managerial debut, and it started off with a bang. Can he score this? Jackson Walker with a left-footed shot, and goes in. Jackson Walker with a brilliant start, helping us get our first goal as a professional manager. He's gonna be the man to send us up this season. It's Jackson Walker. He's through once again. Jackson Walker first brace on his debut and our debut as well. He puts it away. Jackson Walker is the man. Let's go. And the ref blows a whistle. We pick up a 2-0 victory. Jackson Walker picks up a brace. If we continue like this, we're definitely promoting to League 1. And after our first 10 games as a professional manager, we have managed to take the worst team in England all the way to 9th place of League 2. Not too bad. However, things weren't always gonna go our way. It's Shelton on the ball, looking for our first opportunity. Into Jackson Walker, and he misses. You can't be missing that. Mayonnaise, please catch up. It's still long. Logan's looking for a shot. Mayonnaise back into Ainley with a shot, and it goes in. Yeah, the ref blows a whistle. We lose 1-0. Maybe promotion is going to be as straightforward as I thought it would be. If there's one man who's going to help us get promotion to League 1, it was going to be Jackson Walker. Gives it to Jackson Walker, looking for a goal. Jackson Walker, and he scores, making it 1-0. 50th minute, we do have a penalty. Can Jackson Walker score again? The man on a mission. Can he score top right? And yes, he does. Jackson Walker with the second goal of the game. It's Jackson Walker looking for his hat-trick. It's Jackson Walker looking for his first ever hat-trick with a left-footed shot, and he puts it away. This man is his man on a mission to send us all the way to the promotion to League 1. He scores his hat-trick. Let's go. Jackson Walker picks up his match ball. Everything looks to be going well. And halfway through the season, everything was looking very good as we're sitting in 5th place. Not bad for a brand new manager. And to add to our brilliant start of our career, we even picked up a manager of the month for December. And our star boy Jackson Walker had 16 goals in the league. It looks like everything was going well. However, if we do want to pick up automatic promotion this season, Jackson Walker needs some help, and our wingers are not it this season. In need of a brand new winger, we couldn't sign a lot of players because we only had 565k. But suddenly I remembered there was the free agency, and we found somebody by the name of Munir. We eventually did sign them, put him into the lineup, and wanted to test them out against Walsall. Walker into Munir. It's Munir on the ball now. Munir, can he get his first goal? Munir, and yes, he does. Jackson Walker gets the assist. The connection has already started in their first game together. Hasty through ball into Jackson Walker. Can he finish it? Jackson Walker, he finishes it away. Jackson Walker, if there is one thing this season, if we do want to promote, we need to make sure this man does not leave or get injured. Jackson Walker with another goal. And with Walker having 21 goals and Munir with 13, we then went all the way to the final game of the season where we're sitting in 3rd place in the automatic promotion spots. And with Walker and Munir still down dominated, we had one specific issue. So like I mentioned before, we are in the last game of the season. However, the team right below us, Leyden Orient, have 2 games left. And if Leyden Orient pick up 2 victories and we lose this last game, they're gonna go ahead and promote, and we're gonna have to go to the dreadful playoffs. So in order for us to secure automatic promotion, we have to win this final game against AFC Wimbledon. However, I do believe we're gonna pick up a victory against Wimbledon. We do have Jackson Walker, who's in form. He's injured. Of course he's injured, man. Let's go ahead and see how long he's been injured for. He has 25 goals this season, which is amazing, but he's out for the next 2 weeks. So he'll be ready for next season if we do stay here, but he's out for the most important game of the season. How are we going to promote without him? As we are walking out of the pitch for the final game of the season, as a rookie manager, I think we've done a good job, but we must finish the job here at Hartlepool if we ever want to become the best manager in the world. And I was dedicated to finishing that job, even if it took a little luck. McDonald threw ball into Munir. Can he get there, Munir? No, he can't. But it's an own goal. We go up 1-0. Maybe we could do it without Jackson Walker. But Wimbledon weren't gonna let us. And now here come Wimbledon, looking to equalize this game from Pell to Davidson with a shot, and immediately it's 1-1. Wimbledon have scored both goals in this game, but we're equalized. We need to make sure we do not lose this game. But this match just got crazier and crazier by the moment. Cook looking for through ball. It's still Cook. Through ball to Khalid Munir. Can he score? Left footed shot, Munir. And yes, he does. 2-1. Oh no, here comes Davidson. Davidson on the ball. Looking to score. It's 2-2. This cannot be happening. We need to win this game. And then finally, there was a winning goal. But for who? It's Davidson still. Still Davidson through ball. It's a young Kumbers. Kumbers with a shot. It goes in. 3-2. Is this game over? Are we gonna miss out on promotion and go to playoffs and possibly miss out there? This can't be happening. The ref blows a whistle. We lose 3-2. We couldn't win without Jackson Walker. But the question is, are we gonna promote through automatic promotion, or are we gonna have to go to playoffs? Okay, so we blew our opportunity to confirm automatic promotion. Now, it depends if the teams below us who had less games won their games. Okay, moment of truth. We're scrolling up. Did we go in the automatic promotion spots? Okay, we're in the top 4. Leyden Orient flopped, but Salford City also had games in hand. Did we finish in 4th, or did we qualify in automatic promotion? And yes, we have! We have qualified to League 1 without going to playoffs. I think our job is done here at Hartlepool United. It was a brilliant first season for us as a professional manager, finishing in 3rd place for automatic promotion, achieving our goal, with Jackson Walker and Khalid Munir being the star players. It's time to find out what jobs we can take for next season. And after our successful season here with Hartlepool United, there was countless, and I mean countless, of championship jobs, but then I found one that was just perfect for us. And that job position was to go ahead and manage Stoke City, who missed out on promotion last season. Yes, I understand it's a huge jump from the worst team in English football, but I want to be the one to send Stoke City back to where they belong, and that is the Premier League. So Stoke City have offered us a contract of 100k per week. I think we're gonna go ahead and accept it because we want to be the ones to take them back to the Premier League. It's time to leave our first ever job as Hartlepool United manager and go on to the championship with Stoke City. But here we are, arriving at Stoke City, our next step of becoming the best manager in the world. Straight away, we have maximum manager rating because I think this team backs us to do well. And taking a look at the team, I really like this team, seeing Tyrese Campbell, Liam Delap, and Nick Powell, some players with a lot of experience. This season with Stoke City, we do have 21 million, and my goal this season is to promote to the Premier League. I will not leave Stoke City until they gain promotion to the Premier League. And in this transfer window, I want to go ahead and make 3 signings. 2 of them I'm gonna make straight away in Jackson Walker and Khalid Munir. I feel like I did not spend enough time with them last season, and I want to bring them here to this project. So we went ahead and made the double signing of Jackson Walker for 7.7 million and Khalid Munir for 970k. So Khalid Munir in specific will sit on the bench. I'm gonna try to change his position to a cap to see how good he will be there because we don't have wingers in this formation. But Jackson Walker will go straight to the starting 11 next to Tyrese Campbell. After bringing back Walker and Munir, I decided that this team was not good enough, so I sold a couple players to accumulate 15 million to sign a center midfielder for Klukas. And after looking around a little bit, I decided to go for Angel Gomez. So after some pretty easy transfer negotiations, we have signed Angel Gomez for 11 million. He's gonna be a superstar center midfielder for us this season. And now with a pretty amazing side, I think we're gonna be able to send Stoke City all the way to the top of the championship, back to the Premier League. Let's go ahead and go to our first game. And now it was time for my EFL championship debut. It was time for us to impress. For Tyrese Campbell threw ball into Jackson Walker, debut in the championship, and he already scored. Bringing him back with us was an amazing decision, as already he has made his championship debut and scored his first goal. And of course, Jackson Walker just made it better. Jackson Walker once again, can he get the second goal of the game? Jackson Walker, and he puts it away. A brilliant start to the championship season. This man is absolutely amazing. he's definitely gonna help us become the best manager in the world. The red blows the whistle, we win 2-0, a perfect start to our championship journey. But quickly after that, we were humbled as we did not pick up a single league victory in August, sitting in 22nd, deep in the relegation zone. And taking a look at the stats for the players, I see where we're going wrong is from the goal scoring. Our center midfielder shouldn't be the top goal scorer of the club. With Jackson Walker doing all he can, Tyrese Campbell has extremely disappointed me in 8 games, only scoring 2 goals. I think he needs to be dropped. It may be a harsh decision to drop a youth academy product like Tyrese Campbell, but if we ever want to become the best manager in the world, we have to make these tough decisions. So I've gone ahead and dropped Tyrese Campbell for Liam Delap, a player who could probably play better next to Jackson Walker. And straight away, I want to try this change against Cardiff City. And in the 50th minute, here comes Liam Delap looking for a goal here. Gives it to Jackson Walker, and Jackson Walker is looking to take it. Jackson Walker, can he score right away? Jackson Walker, and it goes wide. Jackson Walker threw ball into Liam Delap. Can he go ahead and score? Liam Delap with a shot, and it goes in. Straight away, this partnership looks like it's gonna work as Liam Delap gets his first goal of the season and his first ever start. And the ref blows away, so we pick up a cheeky 1-0 victory, but that's our first victory in 5 games. And it seemed like that strategy worked as we were now halfway through the season and we're sitting for the first time in a playoff spot, sitting in 6th place. Not only that, but somehow we're in the Carabao Cup final. We could win our first trophy as a manager. We beat teams like City and Everton to get all the way up to the final. And with our players doing very well like Walker, Baker, Campbell, and Munir having 10 plus goals, it looks like everything's going uphill just for now. And since we are in January, that means the transfer window is open, but with only 2 million, we cannot sign anybody, so hopefully nobody gets injured. And after a couple more victories in February, it was time to play the Carabao Cup final against West Ham. However, going into the Carabao Cup final, we have run into an issue. 2 of our best players this season are injured, and Lewis Baker and Harry Sutar, our best center back. It looks like Harry Sutar suffered a sprained knee a couple weeks ago and has 3 days left, so he'll miss the final. And Lewis Baker sprained ankle and also has 3 days left, so we'll have him for the rest of the season, but for the final, it's gonna be dangerous without them. But the question is, are we gonna be able to win our first ever trophy as a manager? And straight away, those 2 injuries affected us. Ram, defense, please recover Tammy with a shot, and it goes in. 10 minutes in, we're already down 1-0. But we weren't gonna give up just yet. Liam Delap, can he score? Liam Delap with a shot, and he puts it away. It's 1-1. We're not losing this game so easily. But suddenly, this EFL Cup final became crazy. And here come West Ham once again. Rodrigo gives it to Tammy Abraham, looking for a second, and he puts it away. He gets his second. Into Fox. Fox. Into Munir. Munir. Into Liam Delap. Delap. Back into Jackson Walker. Can he finish? And yes, he does. With 5 minutes left to go. We have equalized in this Carabao Cup final. Who else but Jackson Walker to save us once again? The ref blows the whistle. We go into penalties in this EFL Cup final. This would be an amazing way to win our first trophy. It's been a long journey in becoming the best manager in the world, but this is an important moment right here to win our first trophy. Nick Powell will be the first taker. I'm gonna go to the top left corner. He's gonna score it. He's the captain. He needs to set the example, and yes, he does. Great pen. Now, it's Tammy Abraham. He's on 2 goals. Tammy Abraham. It goes in. Up next, we have Liam Delap. Has had an amazing season so far. He's going to go to the top right and he's going to score. Liam Delap. It's a save by Fabianski. And now, Paqueta. He's going to go to the right. He's facing that way. Paqueta. Bursic misses it. Come on. Up next is Etebo, who's had an alright season so far. We're going to go to the top right corner. Score it this time. And he puts it away. We need to save one at least. And now, Rodrigo. He gives the assist to the first goal. Bursic is going to save this one. And no, he doesn't. Now, Angel Gomez, he needs to score in order for us to stay in the game. Angel Gomez, go to the top right-hand corner. He puts it away. Okay, it's Tommy Suchek. I feel like Tommy Suchek is going to miss this one. Bursa, can he save it? No, he doesn't. We need to score this penalty in order to have a chance in continuing. It's Jackson Walker. He's been the main man in this series. Can he go ahead and win it? Jackson Walker, top right. He puts it away. We need to save it or they need to miss. Please, Declan Rice, the captain, put it. Get it out of here. Declan Rice, he's going to go to the top right. And Bursic, no, he couldn't save it. We lose the Carabao Cup final. This is not good. You know what? It was an amazing performance by us to get all the way to the final, but we missed out in the last hurdle. So we were now at the end of the season where we finished in 5th place. That means we are in the playoffs positions where we are now in the final because we beat Southampton 4-3 on aggregate. And boys, this game is very important. Not only is it our goal to promote to the Premier League, the board wants us to promote. As you can see, our manager rating is very low. So if we do not win this game, we're probably gonna get sacked. And with all of our best players doing amazing this season and all of them seem to be healthy, there should be no excuse why we cannot promote to the Premier League this season. The dilemma here is simple. Win the game, keep our job, and promote to the Premier League. Lose the game, we get sacked, and we go down drastically in our manager ranking, and we do not want that. The answer is very simple. I am not getting sacked. The world 1v1. Can he save us? Once again, Jackson Walker, and he puts it away. The goalkeeper gets a touch, but he couldn't save it. Whenever we need a goal, he scores it. When we need to pick up our form, he scores it. He is always there when we need him. He is too fast. He passes the defenders once again. Can he get a brace? Jackson Walker on the final, and yes, he does. This man shines in the biggest occasions. And here we go again. It's Jackson Walker does find Tyrese Campbell. Tyrese Campbell's looking for some space. He gives it to Jackson Walker instead for a step finish. And this man, he has definitely single-handedly sent us to the Premier League in this game. He picks up his hat trick. His second ever hat trick is in a final, man. And yes, the ref blows the whistle. We pick up a 3-0 victory. We're gaining promotion to the Premier League. And yes, Nick Power lifts our first trophy. A huge step to becoming the best manager in the world. And it was an amazing season here with Stoke City. We progressed to the Premier League in the playoff final, won 1 manager of the month, and we even won 32 games. But you will not believe the offer we just received. Man United have offered us a job out of nowhere. They finished in 6th place and they want us to rebuild them and get them back to the Champions League. This is a humongous offer for us. And after a lot of thought, it's very difficult, but I'm going to have to say no. I do not want to ruin our career by going to the biggest club in the world and possibly failing because we have not a lot of experience. So we have rejected that Man United offer because anyways, we're still going to be in the Premier League, and I trust the Stoke City side to take us to the next level next year. Okay, so we have reached the end of the season. Here are our achievements. However, we have to watch out. We are barely on the green on our manager rating. Okay, we are now in our first season ever in the Premier League with Stoke City, and taking a look at this side, we need to make some improvements if we do not want to relegate this season. However, but this time around, we only have around 40 million to spend. Before I make any transfers, I'm gonna go ahead and try sell a couple more players. Okay, so after getting rid of a lot of deadwood players and clearing up the wages, we now have 46 million. It's still not a lot to spend. Okay, so taking a look at the side, I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign 2 players, one in the center back position to fight with Wilma and Sutar, and a starting center attacking mid to replace Nick Powell. So with only 46 million, we had to find an amazing center back and an amazing center attacking mid to help us out. And after looking around, I decided to go for Chris Richards and Jacob Ramsey. We did sign Chris Richards for 12 million, while Jacob Ramsey took our whole budget, costing 31 million, leaving us with $9. So Jacob Ramsey does join the starting 11. Our goal this season is just to stay in the Premier League, and I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do that because we had no money to begin with. Okay, but it's time that we made our Premier League debut, our first ever Premier League game. I'm not sure if we're gonna be here anytime soon, whether we get sacked or we decide to leave, because 40 million is an absolute joke to start off when you're a Premier League team. Let's brush that off for now. Let's just do our best in the beginning of the season and hopefully survive the job. But if we do get sacked, that manager ranking is gonna drop drastically. And straight away, 60 minutes in, we already have an opportunity with Jackson Walker. Can he score on his opening day of the Premier League? And I can't even celebrate with this man. This man is going to be the only reason, even if we do survive relegation. And once again, here comes Jackson Walker looking to beat the Burnley defense. And he does. The Burnley defense just keeps running away. And Jackson Walker, 2 goals. It is Burnley. I don't want to celebrate too much, but these are the games that we have to be winning if we're going to survive relegation. Jackson Walker once again. Jackson Walker, can he score his hat trick? Jackson Walker gives it to Tyrese. Instead, he puts it away. Jackson Walker is now selfish. We start off amazing in the season, but we are very good at starting off great in the beginning of the season. But we know we can drop off at any time. Let's stay patient. We pick up a 3-0 victory on a Premier League debut. We're gonna take that as a dub, but we have to be very, very good this season if we want to survive. However, after the first 6 games in the Premier League, this team started to prove me wrong as we're sitting in 7th place. And not only that, but our manager rating is close to perfect. Maybe it won't be so bad after all. But yeah, a great start to the season. I want to go ahead and check how our players are doing after these first 6 games, and this might be the worst possible thing that could have happened. Our goalkeeper getting injured. I was worried about Walker getting injured, but Bursic is out. If he's out for a long time, we're probably gonna relegate in the Premier League. But it's time to check, please. Hopefully, he is not out for a long time. Bursic, we don't have any other goalkeeper. We have no money. We cannot sign anybody. It's currently October, but even in January, he's out for 7 months. We're not surviving relegation this year. Nyland is our other goalkeeper. He is not Premier League ready. I don't know if we're gonna be surviving relegation this year. Okay, so we're now halfway through the season and we're in 19th place, stuck in the relegation zone. This is not good. That injury to Bursic has severely affected us. As for the rest of the team, are they even performing? Not to the level that I expected. Without a goalkeeper, there's not much you can do. However, somehow, someway, our manager rating is still intact, still on the green, but we're either gonna relegate or get sacked, and that is not good for our manager ranking. And like I mentioned before, we have no money to sign anybody else. There is no way out of this situation. But then again, I am wrong. There's one opportunity to get out of the situation, and sadly, it's not at this club. We have received an offer to take over Benfica and Liga NOS, and it's very, and I mean very tempting. They are currently sitting at the top of the table in a tough race for whoever is going to win the Liga Portugal. And not only that, but they're in the preliminary round of the Europa League, our first opportunity to have a European campaign. But the question is, what type of manager do I want to be? Do I want to be the loyal manager, stick it out and eventually get sacked because that's how football works? Or should I just only care for myself and take this big opportunity as it could be a huge step to becoming the best manager in the world? It's time to find out. Am I going to stick it out and probably eventually get sacked even though it's not my fault? Or did I jump ship and join Benfica? And yes, as you can see on the screen, we have joined Benfica. It was a very tough decision, but how football is nowadays, I was going to get sacked eventually and get blamed for everything, and my manager ranking was going to suffer. But Benfica has announced us as the new manager, and I'm ready to win the league title and possibly the Europa League. And you know what? Taking a look at this team, it's not the worst team in the world, but I think we could win a league title and possibly the Europa League with this team. I have not checked the financial situation here at the club, but if I do want to sign players, I want to sign a new center attacking mid that is not Joe Mario and a new goalkeeper because our goalkeeper situation is terrible. However, in the finances is something amazing to see. The board is backing us with 70 million. We'll definitely be able to achieve everything here at the club. So with the 70 million we have to find an amazing goalkeeper and an amazing center attacking mid. So for the goalkeeper position, I decided to sign Kepa Arrizabalaga for 27 million. And for the cam position, I signed Javi Simmons for 31 million. And with only just one day at the club, this squad has already been improved ×2 of what it was originally. But this club now is looking like a Champions League side, so I think definitely we'll be winning the league title and the Europa League this season. But like I mentioned a little while ago, this league title race is not going to be easy with Porto, Sporting, and us fighting for the league title. So we need to make sure when we come up against them that we beat them. And after our first 5 games being victories here at Benfica, it was time to play our first game against FC Porto. It was time for our first real test, not only for the new team, but also for me to see if I made the right decision. And once again, it was another debut and another impressive performance. The goalkeeper, can he start us off here at Benfica correctly? And yes, he does. 1-0 in the derby. And here we go again. It's Gil Diaz on the ball. Through ball all the way to David Neres. This is a 2v1. We're going to score this. David Neres, don't be selfish. He shoots it anyways and he puts it away. He is now missing that. David Neres makes it 2-0. We're definitely going to win this derby. The ref blows away, so we win 2-0 in our first ever gameplay with Benfica. A huge victory because FC Porto are fighting for the title. This is huge. And in Europe, things were going well as we passed on to the round of 16 by beating Leverkusen, and we won the first leg against Valencia. But for now, we had to play Sporting before the second leg. And yes, like I mentioned before, we have other title favorites, Sporting, at home. And look at the league table. We're only 3 points ahead of both of the other teams. So if we go ahead and win this game, we could be 6 points ahead of Sporting and knock them out of the title race. But yes, it's time to play the best fixture in Portugal, the Lisbon derby. Let's see if we can come out on top. But sadly, things in this game wouldn't go our way. Paulinho, 1v1 against the goalkeeper. Can Joao Victor catch up? No, Kepa has to do it himself. And it goes in and hits the post. The ref blows a whistle. We lose to Sporting. That is not ideal, man. That is not ideal. If we want to win the league title, we're going to have to get lucky. And with that loss to Sporting, we now move down to second place. We're going to have to rely on Sporting to drop points at any point for the rest of the season. However, things in Europe continued as we won against Valencia 3-1, then eventually played Sevilla and passed on all the way to the semifinals. Okay, so we are now in the final league game of the season, and as you can see, we're sitting in second place. However, Porto have already played their last game, so as long as we pick up a victory, we'll be league winners. Not only that, ladies and gentlemen, but we are officially in the Europa League final against Chelsea after we defeated Frankfurt on aggregate 3-0. And with our whole squad being fit for the first time in any important game, it is now up to us to decide if we're gonna win the league title and also the Europa League after this game. It's been such an insane season for us as a manager. We were at Stoke City fighting for relegation, and next thing you know, we're about to win the league title possibly, and also the Europa League. There's a lot of pressure on me to perform in these next 2 games and prove to the world that I made the right decision. And little did we know that insane season would continue. He has all the space in the world. Is he gonna take it? It's Javi Simmons on his left foot. Can he finish? Javi Simmons? It's saved, but David Neres puts it away. We then had a golden opportunity to finish this game. He's gonna put us a 2-0 lead and positive for the league title. Javi Simmons, he misses. And Braga had one last opportunity. Were we gonna get punished? Need to win this game. Mbappe with a shot. Kepa keeps us in. The ref blows a whistle. Kepa makes a game-winning save, and we are champions of Portugal. But it's been an amazing journey so far in becoming the best manager in the world. In this season specifically, we went from relegation battling, and now we have won the league title with Benfica, our second ever trophy and our first ever league title. However, this job is not done just yet. But after the league title win, there is no rest as we have the Europa League final against Chelsea, our toughest game ever as a professional manager, and I'm not gonna let it slip against Chelsea. And like I said, there was no doubt in my mind I'd lose another final. Victor through ball. It's Enzo Fernandez. Can he finish it? And yes, he does. Is he offside? He's not. Enzo Fernandez has put us into the lead and possibly win us our first ever European trophy. The ref blows the whistle. Chelsea cannot score against us, and we win the Europa League. It's been such an eventful season, and now we're gonna pick up our third trophy, our first ever European trophy as a professional manager. Another huge step in becoming the best manager in the world. There we go, we win the Europa League. And it is confirmed, we win 1-0 in the final. I think our job here at Benfica is done. And after the players and myself produced a masterclass this season, it's only a matter of time before we get an amazing offer from any club for us to manage. And boy, was I right, as we received a huge offer from a very big club. And look who came crawling back to Edgar Salinas, the future best manager in the world. It's Manchester United. Are we gonna take this offer, or are we gonna wait for another one? And you know what, when they come back for me a second time, I think it's just a sign that we have to go ahead and accept this offer. It's our biggest job ever in our managerial history. And yes, here we are representing Man United here. This is the best managerial job you can probably get in the world. So we are now looking at the Man United side for the first time. It's a very good squad, but it still couldn't be improved because I can imagine all the money we do have. However, joining Man United, the biggest club in the world, comes with its issues as 3 players submitted a transfer request so far this season. However, even with those players leaving, we do have 150 million to spend, so we should definitely be able to replace them very quickly. So we have gone ahead and got rid of 2 other troublemakers this season, and Casemiro and De Gea, as well as other players like Victor Lindelof. That does mean that Theo Hernandez will stay at the side, and we now have 326 million to sign anybody we want. We're about to sign some amazing players. So with that 326 million, we replaced David De Gea for Mike Maigan, who costed 90.5 million. Then decided to replace Casemiro with Joshua Kimmich for 111 million, and finally we needed a new right back, so we went ahead and got for Chelsea's Reece James, who costed 105 million to sign. So yes, this is our brand new heavily star-studded side. It's going to be an amazing season with this team. And the goal for this season is to win as many trophies as possible. We are partaking in these 5 competitions. Let's see how many we can win. This might be the last club that we do manage in becoming the best manager in the world. But if we manage to not win the Champions League, we might have to go to one last club. But straight away, we already have our first chance to win a trophy here at Man United. It's the Community Shield against Manchester City. We're taking this one home. However, for the first time in our career, our debut didn't go smoothly as Mike Maigan had to save us twice, and then we had to go to penalties once again. However, this isn't our first penalty shootout of our managerial career, as last time out we lost in the EFL Cup final, but this time around we're gonna win it. And Bruno Fernandes, the captain, he has to set the example. Is he gonna score the first one? Bruno Fernandes is gonna go to the top left, and he puts it away. Let's go. Up next is Rodrigo. He's gonna miss this. He's gonna go straight to the left hand side, and Maigan makes a great save. And now is Dani Parejo. Can he go ahead and make it 2-0? We're gonna go to the top right hand side, and he puts it away. We have a great advantage right now. And now it's Erling Haaland. Haaland is gonna score this 100%, and yeah, of course he is. And now is Gerard Moreno, not the best striker, but he's still here to provide as many goals as he can. To the top left, he puts it away, 3-1 up. It's such a good lead. Maigan, can you become the hero again? Acuna is gonna go to the right hand side. Maigan makes another save. If we score this, we beat Man City and we win our first ever trophy in the Man United era. And we prove the world wrong. Fabio Silva, can he score this? He is the backup striker this season. Fabio Silva, he puts it away, and we win our first trophy here at Man United in our very first game. And Bruno Fernandes, here he comes to lift another trophy. This is our 4th trophy, I believe, but we have 4 more trophies left to win this season, and we're gonna win them all this year. Another huge step in becoming the best manager in the world. After that win, our EFL Cup journey was such a breeze as we beat big teams such as Chelsea and Liverpool over 2 legs in the semifinals, eventually reaching the final. So we are now halfway through the season and everything is going well, as in the Premier League we're sitting at the top of the table. We don't even have to worry about that. And as for the Champions League, we had an easy group, so I'm pretty sure we're in the round of 16. Let's just go ahead and check, and we finished in last. We won 1 game. Oh my god, this is a disaster. I'm surprised I haven't gotten sacked yet. Sadly, we are out of the Champions League. I'm not too hurt about it. I'm still focused on the other trophies as well, but our team is looking pretty good this season. It is January. We do still have a little bit of money, but I do not want to spend anything at all. But now, it is time for the EFL Cup final against Leeds United. We're on the route of winning every single trophy in English football after we crashed out of the Champions League. Hopefully, we can win this trophy as well. If you guys do not remember, 2 seasons ago, we lost in the EFL Cup final on penalties. This time, it's going to be different. And deliver on that promise I was about to do. Into Jenny Sancho, through ball to Bruno Fernandes, the captain. He put it away, and yes, he does. he gives us an early lead in this Carabao Cup final. I'm pretty sure we're gonna beat Leeds United in this final. And that goal to Bruno Fernandes was enough to send us to victory to win our second trophy this year and our first ever EFL Cup trophy. Another trophy in our cabinet, another dominant run in the FA Cup as we eventually reach the semi-finals against Chelsea. So we do have the semi-final against Chelsea, which I am not going to play. I said we're only playing finals this season, but I guarantee you we're going to pick up this victory. But yeah, our team is absolutely amazing, and I have no doubt that we're going to destroy Chelsea and go to another final in the FA Cup, and it's a 1-0 victory. Go from Anthony. We're going to the FA Cup final. Okay, we are now in the last 3 final games of the season, one being the FA Cup final against Huddersfield. We should definitely win that game. However, in the Premier League, there has been a huge change with us. We are not going to be league winners this year, and we're not even in the top 4 just yet. So we need to make sure in the final game of the season, or in the second last game of the season, we qualify. But for right now, we have to go ahead and put those Premier League hopes to the side. A good team always focuses on now. And the now right now is to win the FA Cup final, to win our 3rd trophy this season in our 1st season at Man United. And lads, it's Huddersfield Town. Let me spare you the details. Bruno Fernandes picks up a goal, then he has a penalty, which he also converts, winning 2-0, picking up our 3rd trophy of the season. But it was time to focus on finishing top 4. Okay, it's time for the final game of the Premier League season against Newcastle away from home. Currently in the league table, we have recovered a 3rd place position. However, Leicester and Chelsea have the exact same amount of points, so we need to win at all costs in order to stay in the top 4. With our manager rating super low, we do not want to disappoint and get sacked for the first time in our career. As the teams are walking out, we've had an amazing season this year. Even if we crashed out of the Champions League and maybe missed out on the Champions League next season, we've won 3 trophies, the most we've ever won in one season. If we do win here, we'll qualify for the Champions League. So let's go ahead and win. In the 51st minute, we have a red card, but we're looking for the counter-attack. It's Fabio Silva, the backup striker. Can he go ahead and score? Fabio Silva, it goes wide. Come on. It's about to be the 8th minute, possibly our last opportunity. It's a through ball. It's a Gerard Moreno. He's kind of old, and he's kind of slow. Gerard Moreno, can he put it away, Gerard? It goes wide again. If Newcastle score here, we will lose the game. To pass into Longstaff, into Terrier. It goes in. With 1 man down, we could not score against Newcastle. Please tell me we're going to have one last opportunity. Ref blows a whistle. We lose 1-0 to Newcastle. Are we going to finish in the top 4? Did Leicester or Chelsea drop points? Okay, it's the moment of truth. We lost to Newcastle, but did Chelsea and Leicester win their games or even draw? We're scrolling up. Did we finish in the top 4? We finished in 6th place. We bottled the league. We were so far ahead. We're going to win the league title, and we didn't finish top 4. Let's just hope we don't get the sack. Okay, so as you can see, here are our achievements at our 1st season at Man United. I don't think it's that bad, but the Premier League bottle and the Champions League bottle, we might get fired. Look at the manager rating. And as the season performance review, they say that they're gonna keep me here at the club for 1 more season. I wasn't planning on leaving. I want to go ahead and deliver the Premier League title next season. The Europa League doesn't really matter too much. We want to win the Premier League for Manchester United. Okay, we are now in our 2nd season here at Man United, and we're gonna win the Premier League. And there's only one player that needs replacing, and that is Gerard Moreno up top. And this time around, we do have 139 million, and I can splash all the cash on a striker that I do want. So with 139 million, sadly, we couldn't sign the Mbappes and Haalands of the world, but we went ahead and signed Dusan Vlahovic for an outstanding 131 million, once again, leaving us broke. And now Dusan Vlahovic is joining the side. There is no way we're not winning the Premier League this season. And we have to absolutely win the Premier League this season because our manager rating is very low, and at any point in the season, we could get sacked. We have to be careful. But it was time to start our Premier League campaign against title favorites Liverpool. After winning the Community Shield, we should be winning this game. Acres of space. It's Jadon Sancho on the ball, looking for a new signing. Dusan Vlahovic, can he get it to him? Yes, he does. Dusan Vlahovic, first time finish, and he puts it away. Amazing signing, 131 million, but it was definitely worth it. The amount of goals he's gonna score this season, and he's definitely gonna win us that Premier League title. This is over. Anthony or Sancho, who's gonna score this? Anthony gives it to Sancho. We're gonna score, and we finish off this game. Jadon Sancho makes it 2-0. We're serious title contenders this year. We're not bottling it once again. The ref blows a whistle. We kick off this Premier League season with a bang, beating Liverpool 2-0. And the amazing form continued as we picked up 4 victories back to back, and our manager rating was going back up. And we were now in the 5th of December, sitting in 2nd place with 35 points after 14 games played. And not only that, but we were the top goal scorers of this league, and our players were really showing that, as Anthony, Bruno Fernandes, and Vlahovic have plus 10 goals. But up next is a very important game against Tottenham, who are fighting for the title. We're at home. We're looking to win this game. And Little did we know that amazing form would continue, but we scored the best goal of this video so far. It's Bruno Fernandes from outside the box. Can he finesse it? No. But it's Joshua Kimmich from outside the box with a shot, and it goes in. It's a banger from Joshua Kimmich. Our good form is not looking to slow down. And the ref blows the whistle due to a banger from Kimmich. We pick up another 3 points. There is no way we're being stopped this season. But suddenly, things started going wrong as we lost 3 games in a row. What happened? As you guys saw, we've been dropping points to very shitty teams. I wonder what is going on. It's time to check the squad. Maybe somebody's underperforming. Mike Mayigan is injured. Is that the reason? Let's just put Dean Henderson is also injured. Bro, wait, do we have another goalkeeper? We don't have another goalkeeper. This is why we're losing. Boys, it is confirmed. I have no idea when this happened. It might have been in the West Ham game, but both goalkeepers are out injured for 3 to 4 months. Thank God it's December. We only have a couple games left till we reach January. And now it was January, and even though we had around 75 million, we went ahead and went for Bradley Collins, a player who used to play for us before, and signed him for 28 million. Every single goalkeeper was out for us, but thank God we have brought in Bradley Collins. He's gonna be a savior. I just know it, man. We are halfway through the season. We're sitting in 3rd place, but trust me, we're gonna get back on track and win that Premier League title. And now with Bradley Collins joining me back here at Man United, we started to win games again, now sitting at the top of the table after 28 games. But up next, we have a title deciding game potentially as we're playing against 3rd place Chelsea, who are only 2 points right behind us. With the team in very good form and the board putting a lot of pressure on us, we have to win this game. And now, as an experienced manager, we started to deal with pressure amazingly. It's Dusan Vlahovic. Can he finish on his left foot, Dusan? And yes, he does. 1-0 up on our first opportunity. Goes clear of the defense. Nobody could catch up to him for his brace, Dusan. And he puts it away top corner. No chance. The best striker in the world is gonna miss that. 2-0 up. But the ref blows away, so we pick up a 2-0 victory and a huge title decider game. Let's keep up this form and let's win that title. Okay, we are now in the final game of the season and we're first place with 79 points, but Chelsea are right behind us with 77. Man City are still in the race, but it's looking unlikely like they're gonna win. But me and Chelsea are tied on goal difference and they play Nottingham Forest, so we know they're gonna win like 5-0. And I'm pretty sure if we fail to win the league title, we will get sacked from Man United and our manager ranking will suffer very much. We have had such a roller coaster journey to becoming the best manager in the world, and this one will be another step closer to being the best manager in the world. But we have to go ahead and beat Brighton away from home. But it's now the single most important game of our career so far. Let's go ahead and deliver. And like I said, dealing with pressure is so easy now. Ball into Bruno Fernandes, into Højbjerg with a shot, and he puts it away. We go 1-0 up. If we maintain this lead, we'll be Premier League winners. Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg with possibly the most important goal of my career. But here we go again. It's Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg. Crosses it in. It's Jadon Sancho. He's going to hold it. Jadon does fine. Vlahovic with a shot. And once again, we put it away. 48th minute. We have a penalty. Come on. Captain Bruno Fernandes. Send us on a 3-0 lead. He's going to go to the top right. Bruno Fernandes. He puts it away. 3-0. We're definitely winning this league title. And in the last minute of the game, we have one last opportunity to make it 4-0. Fabio Silva gives it to Vlahovic. Can he get his brace? And yes, he does. It's such an easy game. And we are going to achieve vengeance in the next 3 minutes. But the ref blows the whistle. We pick up a 4-0 victory. We have gotten vengeance on last season. We win our first ever Premier League title. That's 2 trophies this season. However, there is one last trophy that we need to win in order to become the best manager in the world, and that is the Champions League. But can we do it here at Manchester United? So there is the final standings. We win the Premier League this season, so that's 3 trophies for us this season, a treble. And this squad looks absolutely amazing. And let's go ahead and check the stats for us real quick. Top goal scorer was Anthony with 34 goals, but even new signing Dusan Vlahovic got 26. However, there's still 1 trophy eluding us, 1 trophy preventing us from being number 1 and from even reaching the top 10 of the manager rankings. And we have to go ahead and win the Champions League. And to be honest, I'm not sure if Man United is the right job to be at. And after asking the club to leave, they agreed with me and we have gotten probably the one offer that can allow us to become the best manager in the world. And that means we're gonna have to pack our bags to leave England to go all the way to FC Barcelona in Spain to attempt and win the Champions League at Barcelona. But yes, here we are. Barcelona, the best club in the world, have asked us to join their team, and now it's on us to win nothing else but the Champions League. Okay, we have officially joined Barcelona here, and look at this amazing squad. However, this season we have around 285 million to spend. I feel like 2 signings are very crucial if we want to win the Champions League. And when I joined Barcelona, I noticed 2 players were gone, and Araujo and Gavi. So I decided to bring back Araujo for 78 million and Pablo Gavi for 150 million. And now go ahead and take a look at this amazing side. We're ready to win the Champions League this season. Here is our group. We have Leipzig, Salzburg, and Sparta Praha. We should easily dominate this group. But it's time for our first game of the season with Barcelona and our first ever game played Champions League game against Leipzig. And boys, it's officially my first game played as a professional manager in the Champions League in the Camp Nou. Let's make this count and start up amazing this season. And our UCL debut wouldn't be a disappointment. Yes, with a shot from outside the box and he puts it away. Our first ever Champions League goal of me playing, and it's Darwin Núñez to put us in the lead for Barcelona. It's going inside. Ansu Fati gives it all the way to Ferran Torres. First time finish, it hits the post, but the rebound goes in. 2-0 in the 33rd minute. We're gonna dominate this year's Champions League and win it with no effort at all and become the best manager in the world. Embarrassed, RB gives it to Darwin Núñez and he finishes it off. It's 3-0. This game is way too easy for us. I can't wait to go to the knockouts. I then decided to sim the next 5 Champions League games, and they were super easy as we won all of them. As we sat at the top of the table, undefeated. And we have been in such amazing form. We have our final game of the Champions League groups against Sparta Praha in order to finish undefeated, unbeaten in this Champions League group stage. And undefeated we were gonna remain, as we scored 4 amazing goals against Sparta Praha to remain at the top of the table and go in amazing form into the Champions League knockout stages. Okay, we're now halfway through the season and we're currently sitting in second, which is not too bad. And in the Champions League, of course, a perfect record for us, 18 points, and we're about to find out very soon who our next opponent is. And one player in particular was absolutely shining, and Darwin Núñez with 20 goals this season. However, something just didn't feel right. For the first time in this video, everything was going perfect. No injuries, no suspensions, no bad form. However, I feel like we're missing a player to help us win the Champions League. I feel what this club is missing is a big game player. And I do know a couple big players, but there is one player in this video who never failed to shine on the biggest stage when we needed him. And I think we need to bring him in. This man is currently 88 rated at 21 years of age, and he still plays for Stoke City. Yes, boys. We have to go ahead and bring back Jackson Walker here for Barcelona because he's going to help us deliver that Champions League back home. He is currently valued at 131 million at Stoke City, but I don't know if you guys noticed, we only have 74 million. So there's only one thing we can do in order to sign him. So as we go into transfer negotiations, this is a very sackable offense. If it does not work, it's a huge decision. You guys may get mad at me, but we're going to offer Darwin Núñez as part of the deal to try and bring Jackson Walker to the side. And as you can see, 50 million plus Darwin Núñez is what it took to go ahead and get an offer accepted. This is a very sackable offense if it does not work. So if we do not win the Champions League this season, we're gonna get sacked and probably fail this video. And after having a perfect start to this season, I've decided to do something very controversial. The whole world is gonna have their eyes on us as we get rid of the Champions League top goal scorer for Jackson Walker, the kid who saved us at the very beginning. But I feel even with all of this pressure, Jackson Walker is going to be the reason we win the Champions League, but all eyes are going to be on him and on me to deliver this Champions League trophy. But Jackson Walker now is the main man up front. Let's see if this decision is gonna pay off. Okay, but it is now time to find out who we're facing in the round of 16, who's going to stand in our way to win that Champions League trophy, and it's going to be PSG. Not the ideal opponent, but I think we can win. However, before we get into the game, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we are officially top 11 managers in the world. And there is only a couple managers in our way in this list. And these managers in the way are Conte, Arteta, Potter, Nagelsmann, Simeone, Pioli, Mourinho, Klopp, Ancelotti, and Pep Guardiola. The farther we go into this Champions League competition, the farther up we will go. And we're already ahead of Conte and Arteta, who are not in the round of 16. However, we need to win the round of 16 in order to pass them in the rankings. But it's time to play our first leg against PSG. We have 2 legs for each team except the final if we do reach it. So we're gonna go ahead and sim 1 leg each, and this time we're gonna sim the first leg against PSG. Walker is playing his first ever Champions League game. Please, Barcelona, do not disappoint me. We pick up a 1-1 draw. Not an ideal situation, but we're set up for the second leg. And now, a week later, we have the second leg against PSG, currently tied 1-1 in aggregate. Let's win this game. It's the 46th minute now. We're looking to start this game off with a bang into Walker for his first ever Champions League goal, and he puts it away. He is not missing. I told you, I made the right decision bringing him in. We take the lead in aggregate. Let's go. But now, it's a solo run for Jackson Walker to get his brace on his first ever Champions League game. Can he do it? Cuts back. Jackson Walker, finesse shot. Great save, Donnarumma. But it's Ferran Torres with a follow-up into Jackson Walker. Can he finish? No. But PSG do have a penalty in the 75th minute. Mbappe versus Ter Stegen, the best player in the world, versus Ter Stegen. Can we save it? Mbappe, he puts it away. In the 75th minute, we're drawing in aggregate now. If we don't score, as long as we keep this draw, we'll go possibly to penalties. The ref blows the whistle. We go to penalties. In our history in penalties, we have won 1 and lost 1. Can we win this one? And straight away, as Jackson Walker missed a penalty earlier, can he go ahead and score this one this time? He's gonna go to the top left-hand corner, and he puts it away straight to the corner. As Kylian Mbappe scored a penalty earlier in this game, Ter Stegen, and he puts it away again. Ansu Fati, can he get us 2-1 up? And yes, he does. Let's go. Declan Rice, the captain, can we save it? And yes, Ter Stegen has saved it. And now, Ferran Torres, can he make it 3-1? The score is gone for some reason. Ferran, he puts it away. Let's go. It's McKennie. Can he score it? Ter Stegen gets a save. Let's go. And if we score this, if Pablo Torre scores this, we're on to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. And we go up in the manager rankings. Pablo Torre. He's a youngster still. Pablo Torre goes to the right-hand side and he puts it away. We go to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, destroying PSG. Okay, so we did beat PSG on penalties. It's time to find out who we play next, and it's Inter Milan. Not the hardest team again, but not the best team. And now, officially in the rankings, we go from 11th place, reaching into the top 10 in 6th place. Ancelotti, Mourinho, and Potter moved down since they got knocked out in the Champions League. But it's now time for our first leg against Inter Milan at the San Siro. Like I said, I'm simming the first leg of every game. In the last first leg, we drew 1-1 to PSG. This time, we want to win for the best opportunity to reach the semis, and we lose 2-0. This is our first loss in the Champions League. We're going to have an uphill battle in the second leg. And after the first leg, due to the results, here are the new rankings. And we moved down all the way to 8th because everybody thinks we're going to get knocked out of the Champions League. So let's win this game, climb up the table, and obviously win the Champions League. But early in the game, here comes Ferran Torres looking for a goal now. He gets past the defenders. Ferran Torres. I see Jackson Walker. He's going to get there. Jackson Walker to prove the world wrong. Once again, Jackson Walker, he puts it away. We go up 1-0. Nobody is stopping this Barcelona side. We're going to become the best manager in the world, and not only that, the best team in the world. In the 34th minute, we have an opportunity to tie the worldwide score. It's Ansu Fati looking for somebody, gives it to Jackson Walker, who takes a touch with his left foot. He puts it away once again. He picks up a brace in the quarterfinals. We're now officially kind of safe right now, tying in aggregate. In the 50th minute, we're looking to seal this game away. It's Ansu Fati and Jackson Walker. What's he gonna do? Ansu Fati gives it to Jackson Walker for his hat trick. Call me a swear in the comments. I do not care. We're gonna do anything possible to win the Champions League. And the ref blows away, so we have completed the comeback 3-0. Let's go ahead and go on to see who we're gonna face in the semis. So after beating Inter Milan, who is our semifinals opponent, and it's Bayern Munich. Probably the best team we could have gotten. And after the quarterfinals, here are the new rankings as we move to 3rd place, as Guardiola and Klopp dropped drastically because they both got knocked out. However, we are right above Pioli, who lost the first leg to Simeone, who's in 2nd, and we play against first place manager Nagelsmann. Let's see if we can knock him down. But we do have the first leg, and like I said before, we're gonna go ahead and sim it. In the 2 first legs we've played, we've gotten a draw and a loss. For the first time, please, let's get a victory to send us, and no, it's a 3-3 draw. That's absolutely insane. And after that first leg, the rankings do stay the same, so let's go ahead and go into the second leg and win this game. And a 3-3 draw at Munich is very impressive, but can we go ahead and win against Bayern Munich and finish off and go to the final? But straight away, Bayern Munich have a penalty. Ter Stegen versus Hugo Duro. Are we going to be able to save this? Hugo Duro, Ter Stegen, and he scores. Bayern Munich take the lead. We go down in the rankings. We're now in 4th place because it looks like we're going to be knocked out. We need to turn this game around. Into Frankie de Jong. Does find Gavi. Gavi. Into Pedri. Through ball to Fati. Can he score? He's offside. But here is the golden opportunity. Fati versus the goalkeeper. Fati, you have to score this. Why is he so slow? It's Ansu Fati. Fati on his left foot. Can he finish it? Equalize the game? No! It goes wide. But we have another run here from Jackson Walker. He is not going to miss this one. It's Jackson Walker. He comes back. Jackson Walker on his right foot, left foot. He finishes it. We equalize the game. We still have a chance to go to the final. Manager rankings stay the same for now. But come on, we have to win this game. Let's score one more goal. The ref blows the whistle. Once again, we're going to penalties. Please, let's win this one. Let's start off this penalty shootout strong with Jackson Walker. Come on. He scored the goal to save us. Can he put us into the lead? And yes, he does. Straight away. It's Zalewski. Can he score against us? Ter Stegen. Great save, Ter Stegen. Let's go. And now, it's Ansu Fati. Fati is going to go to the left-hand side. Can he make it 2-0? And yes, he does. Let's save another. Let's get a huge lead here. Kingsley Coman is going to go to the right-hand side. Ter Stegen saves it once again. Ferran Torres make it 3-0. Put us way ahead into the lead. Left-hand side. No, it's a save from Simon. But now, Hugo Duro to try to get Bayern's first penalty. But Ter Stegen does not allow him. If we score this penalty, if Gravenberch scores this penalty, we go to the Champions League final and get one step closer to becoming the best manager in the world. It's Ryan Gravenberch. Can he score this? Gravenberch to go to the top left. Put this away, Gravenberch. No! Simon saves it. But if Ter Stegen saved this, we win once again. Dani Olmo versus Ter Stegen. Can Ter Stegen be the hero? He goes to the left, but he gets chipped. We have another opportunity to win this game. Pedri. Put it away. The kid who's been amazing for Barca in real life and in this game. Please, score this penalty. Send us to the final. Pedri. Go to the top left. Pedri. No! Simon saves it. Okay, but now Bayern Munich have to score this in order to survive. Solomon, he's going to go to the right-hand side, and now it's sudden death. No way we've bottled it. Pablo Gavi, it's sudden death now. He's the kid from Barcelona. He has to score to the top left-hand side. Simon saves it. It's Ter Stegen. If they score this, we're out. Alphonso Davies goes to the right-hand side. Ter Stegen keeps us in this game. Alexander Balde, the left back, the kid from out of nowhere, started shining in real life to the left-hand side, and he puts it away. There's been so much drama in this penalty shootout. Ter Stegen make us the best manager in the world and send us to the final, please. Cucurella, he's going to the right hand side. Ter Stegen saves it, and we're on to the final. Let's go. Let's see who we're gonna face, and we're about to become the best manager in the world. But now, after that win against Bayern, it's time to find out, are we playing Atletico or Napoli in the final? And Napoli have done a madness during the final. We're playing Stefano Pioli's men in the final. And here are the new rankings, and for the first time in this video, we're in first place and Pioli's in second. However, we are still not the best manager in the world. We need to win this game to secure the #1 spot. And real quick, we have won the La Liga title, and we have also won the Super Cup. That is 2 more trophies to our name. But now, it's time for the Champions League final. We've had a long journey in becoming the best manager in the world from 701, and we're now currently in first. Let's secure that position by winning the official treble and winning the Champions League in this game. We are now in Wembley Stadium for our final hurdle of becoming the best manager in the world. Let's deliver on that promise. The ref blows the whistle. The game was so boring. I did not want to go to penalties again, but Napoli's defense was amazing. But it's time to go to penalties to see if we win the Champions League. Okay, it's time for the final opportunity. We've had such a long journey. Let's become the best manager in the world. Gonzalo Guedes to take the first penalty. Ter Stegen, can he save it? He goes to the left. Guedes puts it away. And now it's Jackson Walker. Can he go ahead and score this? Jackson Walker, go to the top left and score. Jackson, he puts it away. He is not missing. And now Escavara. He's a dangerous man. Escavara goes to the middle and he scores it. 2-1 up for Napoli. The La Masia graduate, Ansu Fati, can he go ahead and make it 2-2? He goes to the left hand side, and yes, he does. 2-2. And now it's Prieto. Is he gonna go and score this? Ter Stegen, please save it. And he puts it away. It's 3-2. No penalties missed. Ferran Torres, please do not miss this. It's Ferran Torres. He's gonna go to the top left hand side. Ferran Torres, he puts it away. 3-3. All penalties have been scored. And now it's Richie. Richie is gonna go to right hand side. Come on. And he puts it away. It's 4-3. Hakimi, come on, score this. Make it 4-4. Hakimi, please score. Top left, and all of them have gone in. If we save this, we're in a good position. Zambo Anguissa to go to the left hand side. Just take it and save it. One final penalty, and Pedri is gonna take it. If we score this, we win the Champions League trophy and we become the best manager in the world. Pedri, he's wearing that #7 jersey. Pedri, he's gonna go to the top right. This is me, the worst manager of all time, but I will be the greatest soon. He's gonna go to the top right. Can he score? And yes, he does. We have won the Champions League, and we're gonna become the best manager in the world. All thanks to Pedri. Let's go. The celebrations are all around. We came from nothing in Hartlepool United, and now we're about to celebrate the biggest club trophy of them all. And it's time. These players are walking up to the podium. We've had such an amazing journey. Sadly, by the way, Inacio will pick up the trophy. Araujo got subbed out, but there is the final trophy, the one trophy we have yet to win in this series. Carlo Inacio picks up the trophy. We're about to lift our final trophy. Inacio lifts it up, and we take top spot, becoming the best manager in the world. We have now become the greatest manager in the world. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to check out this video, because you guys are definitely gonna enjoy it.